Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome back to episode 22 of Stellaris as the Chinook Stellar Union. I'm going to unpause the game straight away because I know on the last video I was talking for about 6 or 7 minutes before I got started. I've still got my fleet. The first Nautilus Squadron is out over here on the far edge of the galaxy dealing with a lot of the rubbish that we have around. It's just clearing up some of the neutral mobs, and then hopefully that way we can go in with our science ships and do a fair bit of research. So what have we got up here? That's the oh right, which one's this one? This is that's the Githian. The Githian's doing some research down there. So hopefully you are you're surveying and then you're going to work on the debris. That's fine. The Karsten, what are you doing up here? You are going to survey this system. That's fine.
Situation log updated.
So all of our level 5 spaceports have now finished. So let's go over to our home planet. What we could do is build something else here if we wanted. We could get one of these Engos refineries. What does it give us? Energy weapon damage plus 10%. What type of weapons are we using mainly on our ships? Energy weapons. So that's not a bad idea having that then at our main base here. So we don't really need the extra energy credits, not yet. Corvette assembly yards, cheaper build cost, quicker speed is nice. We've got the Aurelian plant, which is explosive weapons damage. And there's also this one, which is kinetic weapons damage. Destroyer assembly yards, destroyer build speed. I think we'll go for the... oh no, we don't actually have the material for that. There's only one and it's miles away. We'll leave it for now. We'll leave this slot open, and what we'll instead do is we will get ourselves some cruisers built. So we haven't built any cruisers yet. You can see they're very expensive, 740 minerals each. I'm going to go ahead and queue up 5. We can have a look at the cruisers if we look in the ship designer. So here are the cruisers. You can see again, we are mainly running lasers. And again, this is probably one of the reasons why you do want to do some sort of manual upgrade on these ships. You don't necessarily want to just be running the... you know, one type of weaponry, because it can make you a little bit weak, especially to someone who is using a lot of shields. But there again, what other types of weaponry do we have? You know, I mean, we've got lots of lasers. We do have the some coil guns we could put in, some kinetic weapons. We could also go ahead and put some nukes in if we wanted, because we have some small and some medium slots. We don't have any armor at all either. Everything we are running is just shields at the moment, so getting some armor in there might not be a bad idea. Let's go ahead and make our cruisers manually. Actually, it's not something that we've been doing. Let's go ahead and cancel these productions here, and we're going to go into our ship designer, and we are going to go into our cruisers, and we're going to manually make some changes here. So I think we'll get rid of one of these medium coil guns. Sorry, one of these medium lasers, and we'll put in a medium coil gun instead, so that we've got some kinetic damage in there. And maybe we want to get rid of another one of them and put in some medium nuclear missiles as well. Although they're not very upgraded, so they're not that useful. We'll probably wait on that one a little bit. But what we do definitely want to try and do is maybe swap out some... We've got a lot of power here. If we take one of these out, we'll probably lose quite a lot. Let's go ahead and try and put some armor in where we can. See, right, that would still give us positive power by putting that in there, so that's not too bad. It's only a little bit of armor though, isn't it? It's only small armor. Small gives us +2, +4, +8. Yeah, if we could put in like a medium or a large one. Maybe let's try a medium. And now we're in positive power again, so we could... I doubt we can get rid of one of those. What about if we just put in a small cold fusion reactor into there? Yep, now we're making positive power again, so that's not too bad. So now we're running 2 medium armor, a large, medium, and small shield, and we've got a slight variety of different weapons. We could go and change this to an aggressive combat computer, which would give us a better fire rate and better weapons damage, or we could leave it on defensive, which gives us more hit points and a better chance to evade. I don't mind it being on defensive, so I think that is a good thing to stay on, actually. So we are going to save that. We're going to overwrite our design. And hopefully now, that shouldn't be the auto best one. Yet we've got the cruiser there and it's not on auto best. So we can now build that cruiser. So what we're going to do now is go back to our main world and we will queue up those. A little bit cheaper actually. But we'll queue up 5 of those and it'll just give us a bit more variety to our weapon damage, which is what we really want to have. Now, if we decided who our next target was going to be, and let's say, for example, it might be these guys, the Union of Hull-Fast Corps, what we ideally want to do is go and see what sort of ships they have. So we could try and get civilian access, which means we could maybe fly one of our science ships through their territory, find where their fleet is, and have a little look to see what they have. That's not a bad idea. Our squadron has finished with whatever it was doing, so let's go and move them to the next system. The Githian has also finished that, so if you wouldn't mind dealing with this debris, go and research that. Fantastic. Don't need to be paused while we're dealing with that. How are our techs coming along? We've almost finished the ability to get the Grand Fleet module. Oh, sorry, the Fleet Academy module, which is a better chance to evade. How long is that going to be, actually? 2 months. Quick change of plan here. We are going to cancel all of these constructions. Do we want to build anything here at all? As much as I'd love to get that, it's not necessarily all that useful. Explosive weapons damage, kinetic weapons damage. We will build a lot of corvettes. Let's get some corvette assembly yards, because that'll be nice and quick to do. You guys should be going down here and attacking. They will do. They're just on warp wind down. There we go. Now they're actually getting aggressive and attacking. So we've got another ship here that has finished. That is the Shadowhawk again. Wow, you're really quick. Looks like we've got something here that we need to deal with, but let's get you over there. Right, we have completed a research. That is the Fleet Academy. Oh, I've just made a colossal error there. Right, close that. You need to stop that and work on the Fleet Academy because it's a module. And this will give us a better chance to evade, better weapons damage, and better chance to hit. So we're going to work on that module. When that module is done, then we will build our 5 cruisers. Fantastic. I'm happy with that now. So what have we got here? We can get habitability plus 5% on all worlds. That's nice and useful. Colonize ocean world. Now, colonizing the ocean world is great and everything, but we like arid, so we wouldn't be all that happy on an ocean world. Oh, there's some more stuff up here. Desert world. Now, we'd like desert worlds, because that's quite close to arid. So, yeah, let's go for that. Let's queue up the ability to colonize desert worlds. And we'll just let our ships do what they can do. We've discovered a good part of the galaxy now. There's a lot of stuff around here that we can't get at, but that doesn't matter all that much. What have we got here? What type of world is that? There's a tundra world there. Is there anything over here we'd specifically like to grab? I mean, it's a nice little chunk of stars there. But I'm not necessarily sure that we can really overextend too much. This is quite a nice system. We've got some energy credits and some minerals and some science there, as well as some Teldar crystals. And also this star system. There's a lot of energy credits and minerals there as well. So we've analysed some debris. And you need to move on now to the next system. In fact, yeah, there's a lot of systems down here that we haven't had a good look at. So let's just carry on surveying these systems down here. Our fleet has dealt with all of the stuff in that system. So let's move you down to this one. Did we just happen to spot one of the... well, there's a lot of debris there, isn't there? Did we just happen to spot one of the other science fleets from these guys? Mind you, it wouldn't tell us what type of weapons they're using because the science fleets are unarmed, so we'll ignore that one. Crystalline Entity, you won't have any issue dealing with that. At least you shouldn't do. Again, they're not moving until they're out of warp cooldown, which seems to have happened now. Now, you guys up here, you guys seem like you're fairly weak. You're actually equivalent and friendly. We found a hostile fleet because, of course, we have. Haven't we just been down there? We'll have to get you on the way back, I suppose. Because we will have to come back this way. How's the fleet doing? Is anyone taking a lot of damage? We're at 99.7%. Yeah, I don't think we need to worry about that too much. I'll probably clear this one out as well, even though their borders will probably expand to cover it over. But we'll go and have a look. And, yeah, we've already cleared that out. That was nice and quick. So let's go ahead and clear that one. I'm not going all the way up to the top to get that one up there. it's just not worth the effort, really. So we'll just keep getting as much stuff done as possible. There's another system survey done. Shadowhawk again. Oh, look, there's the Sol system. Would you believe it? Look, there it is. There's Earth right there. Sol 3, as it is known, which I suppose it makes sense. I mean, obviously they wouldn't necessarily call it Sol anyway, because they don't know... An alien civilization wouldn't know that we humans call our star Sol, but they certainly wouldn't know the names of all of our planets, so it just gets called Sol 1, Sol 2, Sol 3, etc. And Sol 3A, that's our moon. But yeah, that is our system there. So we'll go and survey that. Looks like it's uninhabited. So it's not looking good for the human race in the year 2283, is it? Assuming that this is Anno Domini. You guys have started a cheeky little sort of exclave over there, haven't you? You guys, I don't want these guys to cut me off, but I'm not necessarily sure that I can sort of grab all of this territory in the middle here. We'll research that anomaly. Let's grab our construction ship right now. I do want to do some more stuff down there, but there's more stuff up here I want to get as well. So we've got all that stuff hooked up. Not too bothered about getting those 2 minerals right now, so I think I'm going to come down in this direction. Might be nice to get that society research. Go and build a research station, and then get down... Everything down here is done, to be honest. Yeah, there isn't really anything else down there we can grab. Can we actually make this world grow any quicker? We could go and get some extra food, I suppose. What have we got here? Are we paused? Yeah, what we had assumed was an abnormally small gas giant is in fact not. Beneath a deceptive cover of thick dust swirling in the upper atmosphere lies a regular planet. A barren planet, but a planet nonetheless. This has proven quite embarrassing to the astronomical community on Chikora. So, somewhere's... oh, Lucas Campbell gets 2,000 experience, 200 experience. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and upgrade that. So we've got a few things here that need dealing with. We've got our fleet, which has dealt with stuff. Needs to come down here and deal with more stuff. We've got the Githian that needs to go over here and survey that. And we've got the Karsten that has a lot of stuff to go and do. So if you could research that project, followed by that one. It will be nice when Paradox add in some sort of automation to do this, but then what would there be to do? Let's go and research that one and research that one. Take a while to get through them all, but they'll get done nonetheless. I could build some of my other ships at my other spaceports, but there isn't really a lot of point because we get the better bonuses from our main spaceport. There we go, another hostile fleet. Fantastic. Anything that we want to get over here? What is the... Well, there's a lot of food there, actually. We've already got the solar credits ones. I think we'll leave some of them empty until we actually find something useful to do with them. So you are returning from there. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to clean these out with the fleet. In fact, the fleet's coming down here anyway. Why don't you go via these planets, actually? Let me stop you from moving. And we'll go through these planets that we haven't been to in case we discover anything along the way. We are on pause, so if you wouldn't mind heading to there, and then there. You're just, the Githian's on wind down. Wow, an alien proto-civilization encountered. We have discovered a primitive mammalian culture on Sol 3. Oh, I love it. a primitive mammalian culture. The most advanced regions on the planet have only recently advanced beyond the Iron Age, and much of the surface is ruled by feudal nobles who vie for each other in an endless struggle for titles and land. So maybe this isn't the year 2283 Anno Domini. Maybe this is the actual human Iron Age. Interesting. So what do we get from that? Anything? Nothing? Well, we know that Tem over here is safe. Science Officer Ethog has leveled up and gained the trait Adaptable. Good for her, whatever that means. So what we want to do now is we'll grab the Githian just as soon as it is finished doing nothing. There we go. We'll move the Githian over here and survey that system because we know that there are no nasties there. We've already cleared them out. Then we'll come down and we'll... Anything there? Nope, we're all good. So let's go and bring you down and deal with that one. We've got a research complete. A lot of stuff going on here now. It's not a research, that's just finishing the debris analysis. Construction ship, what are we going to do with you now? This is the CUS Glen. Got to find something for you to do. Well, I guess we could go and grab some stuff here in Roth here. We could get some more research, some society research. Look, we're actually losing energy credits. Well, we're not losing energy credits, but we're not gaining nearly as much as we were now. So we probably do want to think about trying to grab some more where we can. Is there anywhere where we don't have energy credits hooked up? This one. Go down here and build that mining station. Now we know that it's worth 1 energy credit per month. We should definitely go and do that. Again, make sure we're unpaused. Still not too sure what to do down here. I'd definitely like to turn this into another sector, but I don't know which direction to head out in. Be nice to find some better worlds. Tropical and ocean world we don't really want. Arctic worlds we don't really want, but they're pretty much all the choices we've got. There's a tundra world down here. We wouldn't hate that one too much. We could certainly grab that world. Grab that world here. Build a frontier outpost down here. I think we might actually do that. Let's go ahead and queue up a frontier outpost down there once we've finished. And what we might want to do is queue up a colony ship. And again, we've got all these choices down here. Most of them are going to be the same because they all have the arid preference. At least these guys all do. We'd like to have our individualist. We're not really using slavery, so let's just go for our sort of standard ethic. Keep analysing this debris. The Shadowhawk has finished Sol. I didn't realise we were that close to the centre of the galaxy, to be honest. But there's still a few more planets or systems down here that we could survey. We will have to send something up to clear this one at some point. So, Sol 3 then, Earth. Yep, there is a primitive human. It actually says human civilization. You know what we've got to do, right? We've got to go and build a frontier outpost there, and we've got to go and make the humans ours. I'm going to cancel what the Glen is doing, and I'm going to send the Glen here to... oh, hang on. Things are happening. We've detected the presence of a primitive alien civilization on Tishak. They've entered into the early steam age, and there is clear evidence that they are beginning to make use of both vehicles and early factories powered by steam engines. We should consider building an observation post above their world to study them more closely. Okay, so before we unpause, what can we actually do over here? We've got these guys. What can we do with them? Can we speak? We can't communicate with them. But can we build any sort of research station here with our construction ship? Planet is not within our borders. Outposts can only be built around stars. I want to go over here. We are lacking the influence. If I cancel what you're doing, we should get the influence back. There we go. So let's go over here and build a frontier outpost. The other one's going to have to wait. I'm going to lift the humans up so they can come and help us. And we'll go down here and build that frontier outpost later. But we'll be able to get one, so it is fine. We'll take our squadron and make sure that we are continuing to clear out some of these systems. So everything is going good. We are starting to get our cruisers. There they are in all their glory. Should really remember to sort of move the map around more because they do look fantastic. I love the design in this game. I mean, you've got to agree. The actual graphics, the design of the spaceports and the ships, and even when you actually look on individual planets and you see the sort of the 2D artwork, everything is really, really nice. So I do like that. What have we got over here? We could upgrade that again for even more food, but I don't think we need to. We definitely like to have a building and try and make sure we get the most out of our energy credits. Look at this, we can actually build robots now. We can have robot workers, but we'll probably want to leave off on them for the time being. Let's go ahead and grab a simple power plant. And let's back out of there. And again, we can, sort of move the map around. It does always self-center, so if you spin the map around, it always, when you let go of the mouse button, it always goes back to facing north. But you can actually... So this is one of the reasons why I tend to play mostly top-down, because if you've got all of these icons on and you go like that, it looks very messy. You can turn a lot of them off. but it still does look quite messy. It's not so bad when you zoomed in, but yeah, it's generally a good angle to play at. So that's what we'll do. So it'd be nice once we've got all this cleared. We've still got a lot of debris over here to research, and we might not even get to it all in time. Definitely want to try and get enough influence to build that other... Wow, we're finding so many cultures now. The Malwigol culture. Primitive alien civilization on Beloris. They appear to be in the later states of the Bronze Age. So where are we finding these then? This is going to be... it's not there. It's not on this one either, I don't think. It is going to be... Yep, here, actually. So we seem to be finding quite a lot of them close to the Sol system. And in fact, if we build our... No, I don't think it'll reach. I don't think it'll be quite close enough. That's a little bit of a shame. We're still taking out those nasties, those space nasties, so that's fine.
System survey.
Wonder where that other one was then. It did mention there was another one, but I can't remember where it was. Completed another system survey. That is the Githian. Now we know that these are all safe now, so let's go ahead and start surveying them. Right, where's our actual fleet? What are you doing? You're flying to the edge of the system because you have dealt with all of the nasties that were around here.
Debris.
And that's pretty much everything that we need to do. You could go and clear that one out. What have we got here? An abyssal host. And a chasmal horde. Let's go ahead and have a look down there. Well, we've got to go a long way around to get there, but that's fine. We wanted to go out in this direction anyway because we're going to go and clear these things out, these mining drones and mining stations, so that's alright. Construction ships heading out over there to go and build that frontier outpost. Hopefully we'll get it before anybody else manages to. There's an actual arid world over here that we could go and inhabit. Might even be worth considering grabbing that one before grabbing this one, but I do want to try and cut these guys off. But we can probably afford to run 2 colonies at the same time, to be honest. But that's something that I will consider for the next video. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you're still enjoying Stellaris. I'll see you guys next time, and until then, goodbye for now.